Megha Prabhukankar and I am from Buddhi Academy, and I'll be starting with the financial statements, that is profit and loss of a company. So this topic is very important for 12th standard. Okay, so profit and loss is also called as income statement, and in 11th standard what we have studied is profit and loss of a sole proprietorship. In 12th standard, what we are studying is basically a company's account. So that's why we are studying this statement of profit and loss of a company as per revised schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. So now this profit and loss, in 11th standard what we used to do, we used to prepare profit and loss account and we used to make expenditure and income. So in expenditure side we used to write all those things, all the expenses, and before that we used to prepare trading account, and in trading account is basically we used to prepare first trading account first and then profit and loss account and then balance sheet. But now this is the separate account which includes everything. So here what is the difference between the 11 and 12 standard is that here in this income statement we are putting everything under the heads. That's why this format is there. Okay, so now here we have to study the format, and according to the format we have to go. So now format of the statement of profit and loss account. See, this is the format of profit and loss account, and as I told you, profit and loss account is also called as income statement. Okay, then profit and loss account is also called as nominal account. As we know the golden rules of accounting, that is real account, personal account and nominal account. So nominal account is debit all the expenses and credit all the incomes and gains. Okay, but here in this format, that is format of the statement of profit and loss account, we are putting everything under one head. Okay, so now this is the format of this profit and loss statement. Okay, now the first head is revenue from operations, second is other income, third is total revenue, fourth is expenses, and then under expenses, these expenses are classified as cost of material consumed, second purchases of stock in trade, third changes in inventories, fourth employee benefit expenses, fifth finance cost, sixth depreciation and amortization, seventh one is other expenses. And then after doing all these things, we have to do profit before tax, provision for tax, profit after tax. Okay, so we'll do step by step. Now for revenue from operation. Now before going to this, in financial statement, as I told you, this profit and loss account is a part of financial statement. So this financial statement includes two things, that is balance sheet and profit and loss account. Okay, so in balance sheet shows us the financial position of the company. Okay, in balance sheet how do we categorize balance sheet? Equities are there, equity, asset and liabilities. Okay, so and in profit and loss account, profit and loss account shows the performance of the company, and in profit and loss we find out how much is the net loss or the net profits or profit of the company. So now this, so how to prepare the format of profit and loss account? First is particulars, note number and amount. Now revenue from operation is the first head. Okay. Now in profit and loss, revenue from operation is the first head. So revenue, the term revenue means the money earned by selling goods. Okay, so how much the money a company has earned by selling goods and services, that is all those things will come under this head, that is revenue from operations. Okay, so now in this format the first head is revenue from operations. So what does revenue from operation includes here? So now again this is, now since as I told you, revenue means the money which you earned from selling the goods and services. Okay, the money which you earn from selling the goods and services. So now this revenue includes this cash sales, credit sales, minus sales return, minus excise duty. So now revenue from operation is cash sales. Cash sales and credit sales, these are two different things actually. Credit in the sense udhar, okay, and cash sales, the sales we made from and then we earn cash or profit. Okay, so that is cash. So in revenue from operation, what we have to add is cash sales plus credit sales and minus sales return. Okay, whatever the goods are returned by sale, that we have to minus and minus excise duty. Why this excise duty? Now there are two terms, excise duty and custom duty. But custom duty is totally a different topic. It is applied for the import and export of goods and services. Excise duty is the sales which are made within the state or within the boundary of India. That is excise duty. So whatever sales are made, if excise duty are applied to that we have to minus. Okay, so whatever amount we are getting, the final amount, that we have to put here. So that is revenue from operations. Okay, the next is other income. Other income, this other income means income other than sales. Okay, so which are the income other than sales? It will be like profit on sale of fixed asset or profit on sale of investment. Okay, or interest, whatever interest you are receiving, that is other income. That is included in the other income. So other income, in a easy way, what is other income? It is the income earned other than sale. Okay. So now this is the first head, revenue from operation. Second head is other income. So this revenue from operation and other income we have to add. So these two terms we have to add, and after adding we will get total revenue. Okay, so total revenue is how much the money owned by the business. So that is total revenue. Okay. Next head is, now before starting with this, whenever you are preparing profit and loss account or any financial statements, okay, that time you have to put this. This is very important. Profit and loss of which company you are preparing. Okay, that is very important. Profit and loss of ABC Company Limited for the year ended this 31st March 2022. This head is very important whenever you are preparing any company's account. This is very important. What you are preparing, either you are preparing balance sheet, profit and loss, or whatever it is, you have to put this head compulsory. This is very important. This carries a lot of marks. Okay, so after this total revenue, we'll move to this, that is the fourth head, which is expenses. So now, expenses are classified into cost of material consumed, second is purchase of stock in trade, changes in inventory, and so on. Okay, now cost of material consumed. What does this cost of material consumed? How much the materials are consumed and what is the cost of that material? So now, how to calculate this cost of material consumed? Okay, so for that again one formula is there, that is first is opening raw materials. Cost of material consumed includes raw material, how much raw materials are there in a company right now, opening raw material. Second is how much additional purchases of raw material they have made, so that is purchases, and minus the leftover purchases. The leftover cost of material consumed, that we have to put, that we have to minus. So this is how you have to prepare cost of material consumed. So if the question comes, calculate cost of material consumed, then we have to put this formula. So what is that? Cost of material consumed. First is opening raw material. This means how much raw material you have and how much additional purchases you have made, and then how much the raw material left with you. How much is the raw material left with you right now? So that we have to minus. Okay, so this is very important. Next thing, purchases of stock in trade. The second one, B part of expense, is purchases of stock in trade. Stock in trade, it means the meaning of stock in trade is that whatever purchases you have made, that you will immediately sell it. You will not keep it for the inventory purpose. No, you will directly sell it. That is stock in trade. So whatever purchases are there, you will immediately sell those things. If I purchase oranges, then immediately I will sell those oranges. So that is the meaning of stock in trade. Next, changes in inventory. Inventory means stock. Okay, so changes in inventory. The another formula to calculate inventory is opening stock minus closing stock. See here, it's given changes in inventory, opening inventory minus closing inventory, and then you will get what's the amount. That is the final amount you will get, and that final amount is called as changes in inventory. Okay. Then next, D part is employee benefit expenses. So employee benefit expenses, these expenses are only for the employees, like provision fund, gratuity fund, okay, or salaries, wages, whatever, or bonus paid to employees. Okay, so those are the expenses which are only meant for the employee. That will go under this head, employee benefit expenses. As I told you, in now as per the company schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013, we have to put everything in the proper head. That's why these heads are very important while preparing profit and loss statement. Okay, now E part is the finance cost. Now this finance cost includes interest paid on debentures or interest paid on investment, whatever expenses are there. So whatever interest paid, that will go in this finance cost. Okay. Then depreciation and amortization. Depreciation and amortization. This is for depreciation. Depreciation and amortization are two different things. Depreciation, we calculate depreciation for the asset. We calculate depreciation for asset, that is fixed asset. Okay. And amortization we calculate for intangible asset. Now fixed asset are classified into tangible asset and intangible asset. Okay. So now depreciation, we calculate depreciation only for the tangible asset. Tangible in the sense which we can touch. Okay, like machinery, premises. Okay, intangible asset we calculate it for amortization. So amortization is for intangible asset like patent, goodwill, trademark, which we cannot see or which we cannot touch. Okay, so that is amortization. And amortization we calculate intangible asset we take. Okay, so asset are classified into two categories, tangible asset and intangible asset. So tangible is for depreciation and intangible is for amortization. Then other expenses. These other expenses are any other expenses like convenience, electricity charges, bad debts, okay, etc. Then after calculating all these things, what you have to do is profit before tax. This you have to calculate. This is the fifth part. Profit before tax, third minus fourth. Third minus fourth means this third, this one, minus your expenses. So third, profit before tax is your total revenue minus these expenses, and you will get profit before tax. Okay. Now, sixth part is provision for tax. Here they will make some provision for taxes. That amount will be given to you directly in the illustration, so that you have to put here directly provision for tax. So here that amount you have to put, and then again you have to, now what is the main purpose of preparing this profit and loss statement is to know how much is the profit left after calculating tax. Okay, so how you will calculate this profit after tax? That for that you have to do fifth minus sixth. That is profit before tax, I mean the total revenue minus total expenses. You got profit before tax, right? And now what you will get? Provision for tax. You have to see whether the provision for tax amount is given or not. Okay, and then 6th, 7th part is profit after tax. You have to see here how much is the profit left after calculating this tax. Okay, so that is 5th minus 6th, you will get profit after tax. Okay, so this was the statement of profit and loss account. This is the specimen which you have to study properly. Okay, and these are the formulas. To calculate revenue from operations, you have to put this formula: cash sales plus credit sales minus sales return minus excise duty. Then for to calculate cost of material consumed, opening raw material, purchases, closing raw material. Now again for changes in inventory. Now this changes in inventory includes raw materials or work in progress, finished goods. These are the various types of inventories are there. For those, again you have to put every this way: opening inventory minus closing inventory. If the question, if in illustration like this is given, this changes in inventory for finished good, changes in inventory for raw material, then separate amount you have to calculate. Like for changes in inventory, if this was for raw material, then you have to put opening inventory minus closing inventory. Again in the same problem, if finished goods are there, raw material also including to that, finished goods are there, finished goods, then again this formula you have to apply: opening inventory minus closing inventory. So for changes in inventory, three types will be given. One is raw material, finished goods and work in progress. Okay, so this is about the statement, the specimen of profit and loss account. Okay, and now we'll move to the illustration. Okay, so illustration, this is the illustration 1 of ABC company, ABC Limited company. Okay, so this is the first illustration of ABC Limited company. Okay, so now what is given? First you have to mark all the items. Since we have to put this in the format, you have to mark all the items. Okay, so now first this side is your, this is your debit side and this is your credit side. Okay, see, credit side sales, how much is the total sales? 2,40,000. Okay, now this is your debit, this is their debit side. So on debit side, what they have given: depreciation on premises, material consumed, opening stock, salaries, bad debts, bonus to employees, interest on loan, depreciation on machinery, convenience, loss on sale of machinery. So everything you have to read properly and then you have to mark all the items. Why to mark all the items? Because we have to put it in this format now. Okay, so now depreciation on premises 8,000 is given. Material consumed 8 lakh. So this is, we first have to put, since we have to put it in this format, we have to classify all the items first and we have to put it in the one head. Since I told you this, all the items we should put, we should first see whether it will go in revenue from operation or whether it will go in other income or changes in inventory. So that's why we have to mark all the item first. Okay, so now first the depreciation on premises. Where this depreciation on premises will go? This will go or in depreciation and amortization, because they have given directly here the depreciation. So it means they have provided depreciation on premises. So that's why that will go under this head, depreciation and amortization. So as I told you, side by side we have to prepare working notes. Okay. So next, after preparing depreciation and amortization working note, you have to add this. So it comes to 26,000. Okay. Next, we have to see material consumed. Now where this material consumed will go? This material consumed will go in cost of material consumed. Okay. As I told you, material consumed only, this material consumed, it will go in this cost of material consumed. How much is the amount? 8 lakh. So directly 8 lakh will go. Also we have to see whether any purchases or closing raw material is given or not. So here any other things are not given, so cost of material consumed will be directly, it will be 8 lakh only. Okay. Next is opening stock. This opening stock. Now since opening stock is given, closing stock also will be given with this. Okay, so opening stock is 40,000. Now where this opening stock will go? It will go in changes in inventory. As I told you, inventory is also called as stock, and changes in inventory, the formula for changes in inventory is opening inventory minus closing inventory. Okay, so now since opening stock is given, this closing inventory will also be given. So where is that? So here they have given some additional information that closing stock was valued at 1,20,000. Okay, so this, how we have to show this? Opening stock is 40,000 minus closing stock. So this is the formula of to calculate changes in inventory. Opening minus closing stock. Now how much is the closing stock? It's 1,20,000. So since we are minusing it, we have to show it in the bracket 1,20,000. Okay. So 1,20,000 minus 40 minus 1,20,000, that will give you 80,000. Next, salaries. Salaries are paid to employees. Yes, salaries are paid to employees. So where this will go? This will go in employee benefit expenses. So salaries will go in employee benefit. So you have to mark where these items are going. Whether it is going in changes on inventory, whether it is going in revenue from operation or other income. So you have to mark all the items first. Bad debts is the amount which is not going to recover. So that bad debts is your other expense. So this will go in other expenses paid. Okay, so you have to side by side. Also you have to prepare working notes. You have to see whether any other expenses are there or not. Okay, so salaries, employee benefit expenses, bad debts, other expenses. So you have to put bad debts, other expenses. How much is the amount? 3,800. Okay. Next, bonus to employees. Bonus to employees, again this is with respect to, they are talking with respect to employees, no? So this will go in employee benefit expenses. So bonus to employees 20,000. See now, there are two or more items are given. So you have to put it under one head. So that is employee benefit expenses. First is salary. Salary is 1,14,000. Next is bonus to employees 20,000. And then interest on loan. The next item which is given is interest on loan, that is 16,000. Now interest on loan, they have paid interest on loan. So this will go in finance cost. As I told you, whatever interest paid on investment, interest paid on debenture, so this will go in finance cost. So you have to put this in finance cost, interest paid. Okay. Interest paid, how much it is? 16,000. As of now, I will write 16,000 here because we have not found any other item with respect to finance cost. Okay. Now, depreciation on machinery we already took. That is in depreciation and amortization. Convenience. Convenience is basically your traveling expenses. Okay, traveling expenses, that is 4,000. So this is where we put convenience. We put it in the other expenses here. So this will go in other expenses 4,000. Next is loss on sale of machinery. Now this is loss on sale of machinery. You have sold the machinery, and after selling the machinery, what you got? Loss you got. Okay, so that loss on sale of machinery is, since it is a loss, it's an expense for you. And if it was a profit, then it would have come in this other income here. Okay, so if it was profit on sale of machinery, then it is your other income. And if it is loss on sale of machinery, then it is your other expenses. This head will go in other expenses. So how much the amount is? 20,000. Okay, then next, insurance. Insurance given on debit side. So this is 16,200. So insurance is also your other expenses. Okay, then next, sales return. Now see, as I told you, see here, this is very important. Sales return comes under which head? Revenue from operations. This comes under this head, revenue from operation. Now sales return is there, so sales will also be there. So sales is the income, right? sales. So what we have to do, this sales is 12,40,000 minus sales return. Now credit sales are not, credit sales amounts are, amount is not given, even excess duty amount is not given. So only two will come, sales and sales return. So how much is the sales return? It's 40,000. Okay, next. Provision for tax, I told you, provision for tax, directly this amount we have to take here. Provision for tax 60,000. So directly it will go here, 60,000. Okay. Next, machinery. Machinery will come in this. Machinery will come in profit and loss account? No. Only depreciation on machinery or depreciation in on premises, only this will come in profit and loss account. Your machinery, your premises, this, your computer, this will go in your balance sheet. Okay. So in profit and loss account, only depreciation on premises, depreciation on machinery, only these item comes. Okay. Then next is your sales. This 12,40,000 we already took. Equity share capital. What about this equity share capital? Will this equity share capital will come in profit and loss account? No, it will not come, because equity, as I told you in the starting part, equity, asset and liability, this comes in your balance sheet part. Okay, so this will come in profit and loss account. Then outstanding wages, also this will not come in your profit and loss account. So these items we have to eliminate. Okay, so machinery, premises, computer, equity share, outstanding wages, this will not come in profit and loss account. Okay, now your working notes we have prepared now. So revenue from operations, sales minus sales return. This is the first working note. So you have to put here note number 1. Which is the note number 1? Revenue from operation, and how much is the amount we got? 12 lakh. Okay. So this 12 lakh you have to write, because working note always you have to show, because working note carries marks. So 12 lakh will come here. Okay. Other income, any other or other income, any this is there, items are there, from other income, profit, as I told you, what includes other income? Profit on sale of investment, or profit on sale of machinery, that comes in other income. Income which is other than revenue, okay, other than sales, so that is included in other income. So other income, no any other items are there, so nil. Then as I told you, what is included in total revenue? This first and second, the total of this and this, total of revenue from operation and total of other income. So what is the total now? It's 12 lakh. Okay. Then expenses, we have to move to the expenses part now. Cost of material consumed, any other items are there in cost of material consumed, we have to see. So what is there? Your material consumed, only one item was there, that is 8 lakh. Okay, and purchases of stock in trade, purchases of stock in trade, no items are there, so nil. Okay, or you can either write this mark, or you can write nil. Okay, then changes in inventory. Changes in inventory, what was there here? Opening stock minus closing stock. So how much we got? This opening stock was 40,000. Some additional information is also given. So closing stock was valued at 1,20,000. So how much we got? 80,000. So that changes in inventory minus 80,000. That minus part you have to show it in the bracket. Okay. Then next, employee benefit expenses. Now for employee benefit expenses, okay, this one is left, no? PF, provident fund contribution. Now provident fund is also given to the employee, so this is 86,000. So that total you have to write. So employee benefit expenses, how much is the total? 2,20,000. So I am writing this the total employee benefit expenses, 2,20,000. Okay. Next, finance cost. Finance cost, only one item was there, and we have not prepared any working note. Okay, so finance cost, interest on loan 16,000, we have already written. Depreciation and amortization. Depreciation and Okay, this working note we have to write note. Changes in inventory, second working note. Okay, employee benefit expenses, third working note. Okay, depreciation and amortization, fourth one. So how much we got the amount? 26,000. How this 26,000 came? Premises, depreciation on premises and depreciation on machinery. Okay, so that 26, this total we have to take, and we have to write each working note number where it falls. Okay. The next is your other expenses. Now, as I told you, other expenses include your bad debts, convenience, loss on sale of fixed asset, loss on sale of investment, insurance. So that total amount you have to add all this amount, and then what's the total of this? 44,000. So that you have to take 44,000. Other expenses 44,000. Fifth working note. Okay, working note number is fifth. So now you have, after doing all these things, you have to do profit before tax. That is, you have to minus total revenue minus expenses. So total revenue is 12 lakh. Your expenses, you have to add all the expenses, and then how much is the profit before tax? Profit before tax is 10,26,000. Okay, so your profit before tax after minusing total revenue and total expenses, this total expenses you will get 10,26,000. Okay. Now, as I told you, now in this problem, what else is given? Provision for tax is given, no? So how much is the provision for tax amount? Is 60,000. So directly you have to take 60,000 here, and after calculating all these things, you will get profit after tax. Okay, now what is the purpose of doing all these things, profit and loss of ABC company? The purpose of doing this is to find out how much is the profit left after tax. So that's why we have to calculate this. So 10,26 minus this provision for tax is, provision for tax is 60,000, no? So how much is left? It is 1,14,000. Done. Thank you.